Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Steel Donut Collective. My name is Yella. With me today, I have Bob.
Hey, how's it going?
And Connor.
Hello there.
And today we have for you an author's highlight. This is Alice-Rose-718. And she likes to write poetry.
Yes, she does.
Amongst other things, but
she's a
poetry.
poet and an author. Very good poet.
Yes.
And we're going to be reading... She uploaded 7 poems all on one day, April 2nd, 2008. And we're going to read all of them because they're not very long. And, they're all in the vampires section, which is apparently a section, I guess. And the first one is...
Fanfiction.net.
The first one is called Unloved for Life. Or Not?
The crossover you didn't know you didn't want.
Yeah, it's actually just called Unloved for Life, which is a great title. And it's a vampire poem. That's the description.
Yeah, a vampire poem.
So if you guys are ready, I'll take it away. Unloved for Life. There was a wretched girl who had a wrenched heart. One that could tear you apart. Her eyes burnt like fire through the night. She grew old with an aged, withered soul. Her grave withered, her soul dead in age. The world would be the same.
Oh, I mean that's kind
Her
of
grave withered.
That's pretty ineffectual. Also, a wrenched heart.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Heart.
Like, is that when your heart? Let me just grab a wrench and make sure your heart is well.
It's when the doctor's working on your heart and accidentally leaves a wrench in after surgery.
I feel like that might make sense.
Maybe, but
I mean, like that might be a phrase that's been used, but I've heard of like heart wrenching. But I've never heard of anyone refer to it as like a wrenched heart.
Yeah, can you
like how's your heart doing?
This?
Oh, it's been wrenched. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Equally likely typo and weird word choice.
I think
we'll say.
That was Unloved for Life. None of these have any reviews, so
yeah, no. Damn. She put out her poetry book on fanfiction.net and
no one cared.
Nobody.
Yeah.
No one cared, yeah.
All right. The next poem is called The Heart That Only Bleeds for Me.
Oh, good. Yeah.
It's also a vampire poem. The heart that beats only for me.
What?
That's not the title.
That's not the title you had before.
The pale, dark-eyed boy that must have lost his breath hundreds of years before, eyes black and mouth dripping with crimson goo, still 15 or 16 years of age.
That what? Like he...
Yeah, like...
The boy that must have lost his breath, what?
There are no verbs in here, except for, like, there's no...
There's no verb. There's no predicate.
No. It's just...
There's no...
It's
arc.
just...
It's just
It's a
ideas.
subject.
It's just
the subject. This sentence could just be shortened to the boy.
Yeah.
And it would still tell you
have the same
about
content,
as much. Yeah.
The thing is, like, why are they describing blood as goo? Crimson goo?
I mean
I don't
blood
know.
it's thicker than water.
But it's not that thick.
No,
it's
really
not thick.
Quite.
It's really thick.
I mean, if your blood is that thick, you might need to consult somebody.
You definitely need to consult a doctor.
Yeah,
you might as well be pasta sauce by that point.
Yeah, that's not how it it needs to flow. Like,
yeah.
Usually. Well, that's why because it only bleeds. The heart only bleeds for her, right? Because most of the time it doesn't bleed or beat at all.
Actually, what I think it is he's a vampire most likely, and most likely his blood has just started to solidify at this point. Like it's just dried up blood inside his veins.
Yeah. Wow.
All right. Then we have the next poem, which is Snagged on Blood, which is a vampire poem.
I don't. How do you get snagged on blood?
The blood is so thick, it's like quicksand. You step in it and it doesn't let you go.
Yeah, you step in it and you're like stuck for a while, you know?
You're stuck, yeah, you're snagged on that blood.
You're gonna need somebody to get like some solvent to get you out of there.
Yeah, well, you'll be stuck in the blood desert.
Like you ever when you were a kid like super glued your fingers together? Same thing. You know?
Yeah.
But now it's a giant pool of blood.
Super glued your blood together?
Yeah, you ever super glued your blood together? Yeah. Same thing.
Alright.
Snagged on blood. The sky is bleeding black. The hinges creak with age, as old as his heart. Stones crumble in memory of the bones beneath his feet. His dead heart beats with the time of the leaves.
What?
His bright green eyes reflect the jealousy inside for the ones sleeping beneath his feet.
Whew.
So...
I really like the bit where it says the hinges creak with age.
Yes.
Not C-R-E-A-K, it's C-R-E-E-K.
Yeah,
like
they creak.
Yeah.
A small body of water
the hinges
cuts through
have,
like a...
you know, through age, with age, the hinges have morphed into a small body of water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
they just melted into water.
And I like his dead heart beats with the time of the leaves.
Yeah,
so like spring comes around, his heart starts beating. You know, summer, it's normal. Fall, the leaves start to fall and die. So is his. Winter, he's in hibernation.
Mm. Well, I was thinking
dead.
Maybe it's like they're trying to say that his heart beats very slowly.
Just like how leaves... Like,
grow
leaves don't
slowly?
Do anything.
Or maybe like the leaves...
I mean, leaves do plenty of things, but not much of those are visible.
Or maybe here's what he's... If you imagine, like, during the fall, like, the leaves don't all drop off the trees at the same time, right? So maybe each time a leaf falls off the tree, his heart beats.
Oh, I thought each time a leaf falls, an angel gets his wings.
That, too, yeah.
Can I just say, I'm liking the MySpace photo angle that Alice Rose, took.
She's
for
like,
her,
she's
picture.
like, I'm not sure I'll be able to show my cleavage if I take a normal picture. So I have to take this picture like
even
down
though
my
I've got
shirt.
a low cut top that apparently shows like half over boob, anyways.
Yeah, well, I mean, she feels like she has to show that. I mean.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Else how will we appreciate her vampire poems?
Yeah, exactly. How will we appreciate her art if we can't half see her tits?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the only way you're gonna get. That's how you get the
like
clicks on fanfiction.net. It's like clickbait.
Yeah,
it's
like clickbait on fanfiction.net.
Clickbait on fanfiction.
Oh, that's a new Cards Against Humanity card right there.
All right, so next up is Passive Hearts. This one's in the vampire section, but it's not a vampire poem or even vampire poem. It's just poem. That's a good description.
Yeah, you're cutting the fat out.
Yeah.
Well, this is Passive Hearts, okay? She watched the rain fall into the icy dark lake that spattered droplets out as the drops hit its surface, semicolon. It grew charcoal, then gray, and then black as the clouds passed.
Okay, I know that by charcoal they mean, the color, but I like to imagine that just charcoal grows out of this lake.
So you're telling
the color
me...
charcoal is darker than what I consider, I would say charcoal's between gray and black.
Yeah. So you're telling me, as rain falls into the lake... And as rain falls into the lake, it spatters out...
Not splatters,
droplets,
spatters.
Out droplets of water. The lake can't ever increase in size. It has to stay the same amount of water.
Right.
So the rain that comes in, some of it comes out.
Mm. And as the drops hit its surface, semicolon.
Yeah. Alice,
you were doing way better before.
Granted, you wrote all these poems on the same day.
Well, at least she posted them on the same day. We don't know. We don't know.
She
about
slaved
writing.
for years to get her 7-poem book out.
Mm.
All right.
Well, that was horrible.
Next up is another vampire's poem, of course. It's called My Dream Home. And the description of this one is, Gothic poem, take it as you wish.
Oh,
I won't take it then. Bye.
Yeah.
I'm good.
This one, she describes
Yawning.
the poem a little more, but then, this one's got basically a disclaimer.
Oh.
So, my dream home. The dark mansion sat on the hillside. Ivy and roses hanging dead on the demented gate. The fountain in the courtyard had been in need of repair for decades, and the cobblestone path that was once red stones was now brown due to aging dirt, semicolon.
Huh?
Clouds of despair were hovering in the sky above the wretched house, semicolon. Thunder rung in the faceless ears that occupied the house as lightning kissed the sky less than a second later, semicolon. Warning of the tragedy bound for eternity to hover over the souls inside, yet they thought love would always prevail.
Okay. Can I just say, that's a really shitty dream house.
Can I just say, lightning travels
Hold on,
faster than
I was
thunder?
gonna say, I wanted to go through each one of these things. Demented
okay.
Gate, that's just what... Courtyard's one word. Cobblestone isn't red or brown. Cobblestone is gray. Clouds of despair were hovering. Thunder rings before the lightning gets there. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Like you just broke physics. Well done.
Yeah, I mean, if you'd said less than a second earlier, it would have been a stupid image. Faceless ears. Most ears don't have faces.
Like ears are
earsless faces, maybe, but that would have been stupid too.
Well, at least that is something that could exist.
Yeah. So there you go.
Since ears are considered part of a face.
Yeah, I mean, Alice, you got some issues with your
and that's
image.
that's not even taking into account that this is a pretty shitty dream home.
Yeah.
I mean, this is in dire need of
you're all
renovation
Gothic and whatever, but you'd think you'd still want everything, standing.
Yeah,
you don't want a literally rundown shack as your home.
Also,
like you might still want a house that is warm and protects you against, the elements.
Real quick, cobblestone path that was once red stones was now brown due to aging dirt.
Oh,
aging dirt? What?
I mean, everything.
That dirt has really lost its original color.
Yeah, the original color of magma, like
the original
4 billion years old.
The original color that it had when it was but space dust.
Yeah,
traveling.
like what? What do you mean aging dirt? What is? What does fresh dirt look like?
Well, you
Red?
see, that's a much more vibrant brown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on from this dream home, and let's be honest, this dream home did not mince words. Unlike this next poem, which is called
nice transition.
which is called Minced Words, which is
10 out of
again
10.
in the vampire section and is, according to the description, a poem. So let's take a peek. Minced Words. I wait till dawn to fall asleep in the arms of death's sweet treat, and I hope you'll wait for me. I'll let the moon kiss my face. I can't have you. I might as well have the night. Close your eyes, lick my lips. Watch as your breath slips. I sip on the pain of a crimson slave. No more sunny, hopeless days.
What?
I mean, maybe if you minced your words less, we could make out what you're trying to say.
Yeah, because you start out by saying you'll wait till dawn to fall asleep.
Vampire.
But then you're talking about the moon.
I mean, the moon is out during the day. It's just
You
generally
just don't
harder to
see it.
see.
Yeah.
Like in the morning.
If I can't have you, I might as well. Okay.
Yeah, like in the morning and in the afternoon, like as the
mean,
evening, as the
I've
sun is
seen-
going down, you can see the moon. But like
I've
during the
seen
day, you
moon
rarely
during the
can.
day, but yeah.
Yeah. And then in the arms of death's sweet treat.
You're not even in Death's arms.
Is like a giant Rice Krispie holding you? Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
What are we talking about here?
Yeah, Death's pet, the marshmallow or something, you know?
Yeah. You know what they say, sweet death. That's because death is really a sweet tooth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sweet Tooth is a really good character in that. Twist him up. And finally, last poem published on April 2nd, 2008. What a fateful day. Is Cheek by Jowl. I have no idea what that title means. It's also
it is
just
a poem.
It is poem.
Yeah.
Cheek by Jowl, which now has hyphens, which makes it seem like a name. Lightning may kiss the sky, snow may blanket the ground, sun may brush the water, flowers may penetrate the ground. He watches the moon grace the sky. Okay. Did I read okay, yeah.
Clouds of... she's being really redundant.
Clouds of cream dement our minds. Hands rewind the clock of time. Whooshing he was never mine.
Whipsnake.
Whipsnake. You're not Steve
me
Clymer.
You finally got around to rhyming sky, ground, water, ground, sky?
That's some mirrorism, I guess, maybe? That's the idea?
Yeah,
and then
I mean,
clouds...
There is that much.
Clouds of cream dement our minds. What is that even referring
like, when
to?
you're a vampire, like, sure, the sun burns you, but you look up at the clouds and they're, like, extra creamy and you just go insane.
I mean, I would imagine that clouds are, like, a vampire's ally since they block the sun.
I mean, maybe... Okay, here's my interpretation of that one line. I have no idea how it relates to the rest of this. But here's my interpretation of that one line. Clouds of cream, maybe they're talking about, like, plaques made of beta amyloid, right? A protein that builds up in your brain and causes Alzheimer's disease, which is what dements our minds, right? So it's like clouds of, like, this creamy protein thing in your head is causing our minds to become demented.
Yeah.
I have no idea how it relates to the rest of this, or the title "Cheek by Jowl."
Bob, I mean, I don't know
what
why.
What the fuck does Cheek by Jowl?
I don't know why, but for some reason, I highly doubt your interpretation is correct.
I'm not saying it's good.
Like, jowl, the lower part of a person or animal's cheek, especially when it is fleshy or drooping.
Mm-hmm.
So, cheek by bottom part of cheek.
Yeah, so cheek, it's like eye by nose. It's like my poem Eye by Nose. It's just like my eye is by my nose. It's nearby.
You know, no.
Right next to it, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there we go.
Frontal lobe by other lobe, like
parietal lobe. Yeah. Lightning. Yeah, there we go. Lightning may kiss the sky. Snow
perhaps
may
we're not sure. Yeah. Also, perhaps we're not entirely sure.
Yeah. No matter what, then he watches the moon grace the sky.
I mean, that is a definite.
Yeah. Hands.
Everything else possible.
So what is this? So he's looking at the. All we know is that, like, for sure, he's looking at the moon.
And reminiscing.
You're developing Alzheimer's. You're getting Alzheimer's. And time's going backwards. And wishing he was never mine. Wow. How thought-provoking.
I mean,
I've never seen anyone stick an H in wish.
Clearly though. Clearly though, we are just uncultured swine for not getting this, but yeah. I don't get I don't get any of this. We don't read enough
poems. I skipped the poetry unit in high school, so maybe poetry is based around nonsensical images.
You know, maybe we should read more poetry at some point to just get more of a taste for poetry.
Yeah. Maybe the Steel Donut should have a poetry night soon with a bunch of other poems that we found on the website. Wink.
Yeah.
Wink, nudge, nudge.
And before we get going, I just want to say real quick that on her profile she has linked her Fiction Press account, and I don't want to read anything from here, but I just want to point out that the story she's really good at coming up with titles. So like top one here is Daydreams, and then Erica's story, Emily's story, Rem's story, Lily Rose's XXX Lily Rose XXX's story, Nikki's story, Jason's story. Those are the same, I believe. James's story, Clyde's story, Chelsea's story, Lana's story, Richie's story, Austin's story, Katie's story, Dylan's story, Drea's story, Dane's story, Michaela's story, Rin's story, Taylor's story, and then 2 more stories. And a lot of them are lemon sex.
Huh.
Yeah.
They might all be. Like, they're all rated M. I mean, she
1,
only
2, 3,
mentions
4,
it down
5,
near the bottom,
6,
but
7, 8, 9,
whatever.
10, 11.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Whew.
whatever.
But yeah,
We'll see.
that's... You're welcome to go explore that on your own time.
All right.
So that was... What was her fucking name?
Alice-Rose-718.
Yeah.
And her poems.
Her poetry. Beautiful art. Surely.
Thank you so much for watching. We have a public Discord server that you should come check out and hang out with us, and we do stupid garbage on there. And then we also have an amino that we do stupid garbage on sometimes. So if either of those sound interesting to you, please feel free to join us. Links are
basically
in the description.
if you are garbage and you want to come be garbage with all of us, feel free.
Yeah. And on that note, I think we should say goodbye. Thank you for watching.